Hi, everybody. It's Laura Wick here. You'll notice I am in a new place here. Today, we are having our Team Body Mind strategy session where we are mapping out the next year of our goals and all the amazing things that we are doing here within Team Body Mind. And as we've been hanging out today, something showed up for me that I wanted to share with all of you. And it's really about, it's something that happens to, I think, every holistic healer. I think it happens to every entrepreneur. It's definitely something that has happened to me multiple times in my journey of growing my company. And before I get into this, before the thing is, and I will share it, as I was hanging out with these ladies today who are such amazing, compassionate, caring, baller, badass women, I was thinking back to years ago when I first started at my not my very first, I would say it's my first, when I started working at a spa, that I loved working at the spa. I was so honored to get a job there and be a massage therapist there. I remember walking in on day one, right? Like here I was, licensed massage therapist. Here I was, holistic healer. I'm like ready to like serve everybody with my amazing baller skills. And I remember that very first day, some of the veteran practitioners were in the break room in the back, and they were like pulling out their schedules for the day. And they're like, oh man, I got Johnny on my calendar again today. Man, he is a pain in the ass. Oh, no, here comes Sally. She's coming in today. She's wonderful and I love her, but shit, right? I am exhausted when I'm done working with her. Or they were talking about, like just how overworked they were, how tired they were. And then there was also practitioners who came in who were new, who were like, I have one client. Like, I just remember hearing all of these things. And if any of you have ever worked at a spa, I always find the break rooms really interesting, right? There are people who are like running out to go smoke between appointments and all this stuff. And it was this eye-opening experience for me because I love what I do. Like when I found massage school, it was a calling. I was alive. There was something about the work. There was something about helping people that was so amazing and so wonderful. And I was so excited to literally get my hands on as many people as possible. And in that very first day, this recognition of like, I got to play my cards right because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be the practitioner that's bitching about my clients and talking about how sore I am and all these things. Now, if you know my story, ironically, I did burn myself out. We'll save that for another day. But I know that you, and what I hear, and maybe I'll say it this way, my team hears every day how much you love this work. And it's a double-edged sword because the energy required to practice MFR and Reiki and acupuncture and yoga and Pilates, all that stuff, the energy requirement it takes to be present for your clients, to deliver amazing services, to show up, to take care of yourself, it's a lot. And while you're passionate about your work, it can also easily fade, right? The average career span for most people in this industry is like 7 years. What do you do then, right? Now, of course, if you know me, you know that I love to talk about working smarter, not harder. I love to talk about thinking of ways to, own your worth and shift out of that time for money structure. And if you haven't watched it yet, go check out our free training, the Spark webinar, 5 shifts to bring the spark back into your practice. I think the link is thenewbodymind.com/training, right? Yes, nailed it. So I'll put it in the link here below. And one of the most important things that I have ever done in my business and my career that was demonstrated to me on day one of working at that spa was I was intentional. Thank you, Melissa Grossman. I was intentional with who I surrounded myself with. I knew that if I hung out with those ladies at that spa who were bitching about their clients, that would be me in a couple years, probably sooner. You know, there are studies that show just the power of community, of who you are around, of who you let. I used to let my parents, I love you, mom and dad, and I know you watch my lives, and I know you hate it when I say fuck and shit, and I still love you, and I hope you still love me. But I used to ask my parents for business advice, and they've never run a business, right? We were once at this, I was hosting a mastermind, and this amazing person who I love was there to shoot. I hired her to support us. And she shared after the mastermind, she said, Laura, I'm in this mastermind that's teaching people how to do $17 offers. And I just sat here for 2 days listening to you map out $5,000, $10,000 offers. And I realized that I'm making this harder than I have to be. Her 2 days being around a different set of people who saw things from a different perspective was everything, right? I knew that first day that I was working, that if I was going to have a healthy, wealthy, thriving business for myself, that I had to be intentional with who was around me. Because, right, the people who are around you get to see your brilliance. The people who are around you remind you how amazing you are, even when you don't feel like it. And that happens a lot when I'm around my team. And I love them for it because it's so easy for those gremlins to doubt yourself. And the thing is I know that all of us in our career are going to go through moments where we feel burnt out, where we feel the passion fade away, where the energy might not be there like it used to be. And if you surround yourself with people who are going to bitch and moan and complain and get their identity from that, you're just going to stay in that. But if you surround yourself with people who know that when the passion fades, it's because something new and more amazing is happening, that we know as a team. And one of the things that I love, and I'm hoping y'all come around and say hi, they're all standing over there looking at me like I'm a crazy person, like whatever. But I'm surrounded by people that remind me, if my energy is shifting, that it means that I get to follow that something is opening up. Look at this. Look at these crazy ladies. You're doing the wave? Look at this.
Doing the wave? Okay.
I feel like we're in a weird YouTube video. Oh, right? The people who you are around matter. And you can still have fun and all this stuff, right? And actually, I'm curious because so many, and here's why I'm sharing this. So many people come into body mind coaching. Melissa, do you want to come share? Carly, you want to come share? Most people come into body mind coaching because they find themselves surrounded by y'all are cracking me up. They find themselves surrounded by people who are naysayers, who are like, you can't charge more than that. Nobody will ever buy that. And a lot of our clients come into body mind feeling like they're an island, right? That's what you said this morning, Shayna. They feel like an island, right? And then they come in here into a group that's like showing what is possible and showing how when you listen to your body and follow your body and listen to that energy, you can create amazing things. And I'm curious if one of you want to share your experience of this. What the fuck, people?
Yes.
Carly, can you share a little bit about your experience? There we go.
Yes,
I'll set you up.
absolutely. So I think the biggest thing in Body Mind for me has been surrounding myself with a community of like-minded people. And I know for all of you, that's one of the things that when people come into this program, it's often the first time they've ever experienced that. Mm-hmm. And so making sure that you are intentional about what you're choosing to call in terms of your energy and the people that what energy they're bringing into your space is so powerful, because we can find a million reasons why not to do the thing and why not to go for your dream and why to bring yourself down to that level that you were talking about. Mm-hmm. in the massage industry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still do this to this day here on this team, but also in other communities, just making sure I'm being super intentional about who I'm surrounding myself with. Don't they say it's like you are the sum of like the
5 people you spend the most time with?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of the 5 people I spend the most time with, will you come here? So this is Melanie. Melanie is normally behind the scenes here with us on Body Mind. Melanie, when did we meet?
When we were 7,
So I've known Melanie since I was 7.
like 20 years ago.
Totally 20. I don't know which way my face is supposed to go. That was totally 20 years ago, plus a little bit more. And, you know, everybody, when people meet Melanie and see us together, they're often like, I need a Melanie in my life. Like, you can borrow mine. I'm just kidding.
Need a little break.
You can't. She's mine. No, I'm just kidding. But I think, you know, you and I have friends, and I think we've been really lucky. When we talk about community, yes, obviously Body Mind is amazing. Our community is amazing. And I also want you to look like there are people around you now who believe in you now. And Melanie has always been that person for me.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the business that you're in, even just the people that remind you who you are and why you're amazing.
Oh, Kim Fish says hi. Yeah, just who are the people who are going to support you in living your best life? There are people who are already around you, so go look and find them and nurture and cultivate those relationships. And also think about, like, when it comes to who's feeding you business advice, who's telling you it's possible, look and see who's doing that now. And is that really what you want, right? If it's not, if you're looking for an amazing community, you can always chat with one of our Body Mind coaches and see how we flow around here. So thank y'all. Okay, so get this. Your energy matters, right? Who you surround yourself with matters. And I think one of the things that I have done so intentionally in my entire career is be mindful of those people. So take a moment. Who's around you now, right? Who are the 5 social media accounts that you follow? Who are the people that you talk to? Like, are they lifting up your energy or draining it and pulling it down? Like, it matters. It really matters. And a lot of times, if you're feeling your passion start to fade, sometimes, like for me, that's often a sense of like, oh, what if I go connect? And, you know, I don't want to change the 5 people I'm around because I love the 5 people I'm around. I'm just saying sometimes there's a sign in there to start expanding. Thank you, Shayna, putting words. See, they're putting words in my ears. Y'all are amazing, and we'll see you later. Have a good one.